Computer. Awesome. Okay, welcome back to Human Design Playtime. I'm Janet. I'm going solo today, but I've got a friend, Jack, on the phone who is a soccer fan, to say the least. So bear with me while I share screens. Jack, would you have any experience watching Messi?
Um, Not regularly, but I have. Yeah.
Okay. Um, What are your impressions on him? Like, what type of a person do you think he is? What type of a player do you think he is? What do you find admirable? Is there anything you could comment on since you have experience, you
Well,
know?
he's like the greatest of all time. um, so, uh, and he seems like, especially with what's going on with Argentina now, and uh, in the last World Cup, it seems like he's becoming, a great leader too, and galvanizing that team and really, you know, leading them forward, possibly to two straight World Cups, which hasn't been done in, I guess, in like 60 years.
Right on. So for people who are watching, this channel right here, the 4521 that I'm clicking right now, Design of a Materialist Management, this is one of the biggest leading traits, leading channels. And the one over here, the 2644, in terms of human design, we call it the transmitter, but really what it's about is the front man for the team, the person who gets it done, the person who's going to take the wins and take the fall. Um, and in terms of leading, this little five here up at the top, where I'm highlighting on the top right, 15.5, anything with a point 0.5 and his top two personality consciousness is the general, the savior, the teacher, the one who's going to make it happen. And when they don't deliver, they are crucified and hated. But when they deliver, they are beloved like the Messiah. Um, so, are there any other things you notice, Jack, about Messi as a player or as a team member?
No, are you saying that that's what you found too? Because it's amazing that kind of did tie together. Um,
Right, you're
he,
doing the reality part. You're my
yeah,
reality guy. You know nothing about what I'm doing, and I
yeah,
don't really know that much about Messi except for what's in his chart and what I've been looking at on the screen for the past, couple days.
yeah. No, but that pretty much nails it. I think he's uh, yeah, and like I said, I mean, I've never seen him, regularly, but yeah, I mean, I I, I remember going to see him 20 years ago, and all the fans, I think it was a Barcelona game, and all the Barcelona fans knew him very well. I mean, he was like 16, I guess more. Well, 20 years ago, he would have been 19. This might have been a little more than that. Like I think he was like 17, and yeah, so he's been at the forefront for his entire career.
That's incredible. That's so cool that you got to see that. I'm going to share something else about it, and you let me know if this is accurate or it sounds like garbage. Down here, where I'm highlighting the bottom left of his chart, it's the 1858 that connects the brown triangle to the brown square, which is the instinctual center to the adrenaline and drive. And he has the entire channel of judgment, to know what needs to be corrected when it's got to be corrected in order to get to joy. It's not like nitpicking to be nitpicky. It's to get to completion. And that's down here. He has that on the conscious side, which means he's aware of it. His personality kind of gets it about himself. And then on the red side, the unconscious side, like his body is going to drive it. And then this little gate right here, gate 28, the preponderance of the great, which is half of the channel of the game player, the struggle. Um, and it's about power and influence and understanding that it's transitory, that it won't last, but the struggle is real. Does that at all sound like something about his personality or not really?
Well, I mean, like I wouldn't know exactly, but he does seem to, uh, get into it with his teammates a lot, and um, that it wouldn't surprise me at all if that was, the way he, that he communicated with teammates and things like that.
And even down here at the bottom, the 28 elevated, it's the game player. Again, transitoriness of power and influence. And this is his one of his lifelong lessons. It's Pluto. It's blaze of glory, sacrifice rather than capitulation to the law of deterioration, regeneration and renewal no matter what the price. The deep intuitive drive to win no matter what the cost. That is like part of his lifelong theme. He does to me on the outside seem extremely competitive and driven. Does that seem like that to you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be the level he's at, you know, uh, you have to be, and considering he's the best of the best, then he must have an extraordinary drive.
Cool.
Kind of like reminiscent of, I mean, he's like on a level of like Michael Jordan, to relate it to another sport.
Ah, that's good. That's useful. Um, so I did a podcast earlier with Tammy today, and we were talking about this top part, which is the 15, 10, 15, 10, and his five. This little area over here, this is patterns and rhythms of being in the flow. Like he has an awareness of it, and people may need to fall into his rhythm. Like he has his own set rhythm, and he wants people to fall in line with that rhythm. I don't know if that tracks at all for who he is as a player.
Well, I think it would go along with, I mean, just that kind of goes along with the level, to to be at the level he is,
Mm.
both as a player and as a team leader.
And
I
he
mean,
is a team leader, right? Is that true,
yeah,
Jack?
yeah, he's not. That's yeah. I mean, it's kind of like, that's what's kind of like going on with these last two World Cups. It's kind of like going into the last World Cup, he had never won one, but he's talked about on the level. I don't know if you've ever heard of Pele, but he's talked about on that kind of a level. And going into the last World Cup, he had never won the World Cup, and Argentina had kind of not, I don't know if struggled the word, but they had not achieved what they had obviously not won a World Cup under him, and he was getting towards the end of his career. There was talk that he might not even play that 4 years ago, and like this year. Um, but it kind of came together for them in the last World Cup. Even though they kind of started with a hiccup, They actually lost to Saudi Arabia in the group stage, and but then it came together. He led them to the victory, and ended up deciding to come back this year, and now they're on the verge of winning two in a row. Which, when I said that it hadn't been done in 60 years, the country that did it 60 plus years ago was Brazil with Pele as a young Pele, but so it's kind of different in that he's at the end of his career, but he if he could win two in a row, he's already talked about on that level, but so I mean, Pele is probably considered the greatest. I don't know.
Mhm. Ah, that's so it sounds like he's thought of as one of the greats and he would like to win again. And
Yeah.
I'll just point to his design right here, this little red triangle. which is the ego, the heart. Ego doesn't mean bad. It just he's actually built to compete. Um, Whereas over here, Cristiano Ronaldo, very similar looking chart, but so different. He is not, but he may compete, but um, he has a stronger drive to compete because he might feel like he has to keep up. Whereas uh, Messi is designed to compete, prove it, and keep plowing. And he also has this manifesting channel, the 4521, which is one of the three manifesting channels, which comes with a little bit of anger to it. In general, both these players are what we call builders, Jack. They're called generators. It's an energy type where the energy outside their body is wide open and enveloping, and they're built to respond to what's in front of them, like immediately what's responding in front of them. But Messi has this one manifesting channel, this one right here, management, like of the boss, um, which comes with a little bit of prickly anger. There's nothing wrong with anger. I'm a straight full manifestor or initiator. I don't have this little red box down here, which would make me someone who responds step by step, doing what's satisfying right in front of them, like without thinking, just go, go, go. So anyway, I just throwing that out there. Do you, Jack, have you ever seen any games with Ronaldo?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that you compared him to Messi because basically Ronaldo over the last 20 years would probably have been considered the greatest player in the game over the last 20 years if it wasn't for Messi. So they've kind of, and I don't know if you realize this, but Messi actually was hoping to meet Ronaldo in the final, um,
Mm.
because because of this. There was years where Messi won the best player in the world trophy, and then Ronaldo won it the following years. I mean, I don't know how, like over the last 20 years, Messi might have 10 of them, and Ronaldo might have 7 of them. It's something crazy like that. Like that's you're basically talking about the two best players over the last 20 years.
Ah, okay. And the reason I chose these, Jack, is because I could get their most accurate birth data because so much has been discussed about these two people.
Yeah,
I don't have it up, but I have Neymar's chart, which is three out of like 15 people that I want to do. These are the most accurate charts where I could speak more confidently about what I'm seeing.
gotcha.
Um, That's cool. In terms of being a teammate, how do you think they differ, or how do they feel? How do you observe them differently on the field, on the pitch?
Uh, Messi and Ronaldo.
Hmm.
Um, uh, I don't know. I mean, they're both leaders of their teams. Because they're so good. Um, Ronaldo might not be. I don't know. He doesn't come across as much as you know a, a happy leader. I think as Messi, but I don't know. That might be. It's kind of like they're a weird dynamic. I can see how like Ronaldo probably feels like a little, um, and that's why it was interesting when you were talking about his chart. That like I could see how like Ronaldo probably has a chip on his shoulder in that Messi seems to you know as great as he is. I think, and there are a lot of people who think he's better than Messi, but I think the the more people think that Messi is greater than Ronaldo.
That's interesting about the chip on his shoulder or maybe feeling undervalued or overlooked. Um, Certainly Messi doesn't feel that way, but I'm hearing you say that possibly Ronaldo might. And that definitely reflects in his chart. And something Tammy and I talked about this morning is that although their charts are similar, they are both express builders built to move quickly and respond quickly to what's in front of them. Um, Messi is what we call independent assimilation, where he doesn't truly need anybody else to comprehend things. He doesn't need partnership. He can be in a small group, he can be in a large group, he can be a leader of those as well. But in Ronaldo's chart, which is what we're looking at right now, these little white gaps down here where my arrow is indicate that there's like he needs someone else to complete him. So working in partnership with other people is way more important for Ronaldo to live out who he really is. Do you have any favorite players?
Me, I root for Chelsea, so guys that like play for Chelsea generally. um, there's a guy Cole Palmer that plays for them.
Okay. Who else?
Actually, a Chelsea player had a huge goal today for Argentina. So
I
uh,
watched parts of the game.
yeah, so
Was it
um,
Gordon or the other guy?
no, Enzo Gonzalez,
Ah,
yeah, or Enzo Fernandez, I think.
okay.
I might be screwed up his name there. Yeah, he plays for Argentina.
Okay. Oh, I'll look him up next. Um, do you have any familiarity with Mbappe or Holland or Harry Kane?
I used to watch Harry Kane, and he used to be in the Premier League, so I used to watch him at times. But he's gone to the Germany the last few years, and Holland plays in the Premier League, so I watch him. I don't watch. I'm not a fan of Man City, so I don't watch him a lot. But um, yeah, Mbappe I don't really see because I don't really watch La Liga. He plays in La Liga now, and previously played in, I guess, League One in France.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, thank you so much for talking soccer, football with me tonight. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
And thanks again for coming on and shedding some light on this. I appreciate it. Jack, have a fabulous night. Good sleep, and I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, it was that was very interesting. The how especially when getting in depth with Messi about how accurate your readings were.
Well, I should have even asked you. I'm so sorry. Is there any question that you had? Is there anything you want to ask?
Uh, no, I mean, how do you get this data from?
I've been in school for 6 years, and I see clients privately and corporately. So this is career analysis for the human design system, which is normally done for individuals and families, but there is a whole other branch of it that is used for career, so that people can learn about themselves, where their strengths are, perhaps stop beating their heads against the wall and stop trying to be someone they're not, and understanding where they're coming from, where they can reduce resistance. So this
I
is called
gotcha.
human design. Yeah. And so
Okay.
all I pulled his most accurate birth time and information, location, city, birthday, birth time. I don't even need a name. This doesn't, I don't need a name. I just need the information. And it sounds so crazy pants, Jack. I mean, this is like, I've been teaching Chinese medicine and healing arts for years, but this is like, it sounds wackadoo. I love it because it's weird how accurate it can be. And the reason I asked if you knew who Harry Kane, I mean, if you've seen Harry Kane, is because the people we've just talked about, Jack, Messi and Ronaldo, are both energy types of what we career types of builders. They're people who work step by step and want to be satisfied by what they do so they don't have to be frustrated and say yes to stuff they don't want to do. That's this little red box down here.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to read Harry Kane's. I don't have his right birth time, but Harry Kane, he doesn't have a red box down here.
Uh-huh.
And when I was watching him, I've been watching him for like 3 weeks. In games and on clips. And I'm like, this guy is different. And there's another type called an advisor, which is what he actually is. So it's like what I do when I watch a sitcom, Jack, I
Mhm.
look at the actors and I go, builder, builder. Like I did Seinfeld. I read all I read all the actors on Seinfeld. Jerry's a manifester like me. Um, the other two are generators, builders, and I was like, what the hell is Kramer? What is Kramer? What is Michael Richards?
A hipster
He's
doofus.
he's the 1%. He's the rare one. But anyway, so I was looking at Harry Kane on the field,
Uh-huh.
watching him play, and I was like, he's not a generator, but he's also not like me. So that leaves two left. And I didn't think he was a reflector or an evaluator. He is an advisor. And I can't always guess, but so far, a lot of the big players are what we call generators or builder types. This
Yeah.
happens to be Harry Kane with no red box in the middle. He's wide open here, and he's more of a see the big picture and move one on one or move in a understand the pattern and understand the precision. It's very interesting. That's why I love doing this stuff.
Well, and you don't know him, right?
No,
So,
I don't know him.
okay, well, I to just to make you feel good about what you're doing here. Um, uh, he, whereas all these guys, I'm looking at these names up top here. He and like Holland is kind of closer to him. Him and Kane are kind of closer to each other in like this way. Um, they're more specialists. They're more not like all around players. Those guys are like the scorers. Those guys are like the guys who play up front that, like the Messis and Ronaldos are supposed Messi and Ronaldo are good enough that they'll score in addition to doing this, but they're like the guys who get those guys the ball so that they can score. And Haaland and Kane are more that's so it does kind of fit like he's kind of the guy that is like when you see them packed in on defense and then like one of them gets it or the goalie gets it and he kicks it long, the guy out front, it's Holland and Kane. Those are the guys fighting with the other team's defenders trying to get control of that ball that's going long and stuff. So that's kind of interesting. It
Yeah,
fits. It
that's
fits.
that's fits. Okay,
Yeah.
that's really neat.
See, what you're saying is you get this information. My original question was actually how did you get the information about these individuals? But I see what you're saying. You get the information and you can and what you're saying is you look at these guys because they're big names and it's just a way to demonstrate how the information you can apply it to everybody.
Yes. So we do these
Okay.
readings as like a teaching tool and also to pique people's interest to be like, what is this? And is it even useful?
Yeah.
And
Cool.
I think it's wackadoodle, but like it is so useful. It has helped me in my personal and professional life. And I think it's fascinating. Um, and then
Well,
when
even as wackadoodle as it might seem, it seems to be accurate, or like there seems to be some kind of correlation with it.
are you an energy worker? What's your profession?
I'm a lawyer.
Lawyer. Okay. I love it when I get like lawyers, doctors, engineers, and people who are like, I think things should be done by the book. And then they meet this and they're like, oh, well, this it seems useful. Like that's kind of fun. That's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's how I got the information. And again, like these guys did not pay me. They're not my clients. I don't know that this birth time is accurate, but the only three that I feel confident about that the birth time is likely accurate is Ronaldo, Messi, and Neymar.
Hmm.
The other guys aren't, it's a guess. So for example, Harry Kane, I don't have his exact birth time. So I
Hmm.
hit his chart at different points during the day and he's still an advisor. Like, oh, this is fun. Abramovich, Zlatan. Oh, I love his chart because at the first quarter of the day, he is like me. He is um, a manifester or an initiator. And by watching his personality, I think, oh, he's got to be because his ego is defined. He has the same strength of like, I am the boss. Like I will work for my tribe, but I will do it my way. And come on, man.
Well,
Um,
he's the character.
he's so funny. I
I,
think
so you have, I guess you have been seeing him on TV.
only the past week. Only the
Yeah,
past
yeah,
week. I'm just like on fire about it. I'm like, oh, I got to get these charts done, man, before Sunday
yeah,
happens. Like I'm
yeah.
going
I
to
got
a
you.
music party on Sunday and it starts an hour before the World Cup ends. So I got to ask if we can have the TV on while we're playing music.
Got you.
I'm kind of into it. But yeah, if you ever
Okay,
want me to read a chart of like someone who's well known, if I can find their right birth time or get close to it, I'll read it if you want, if you're
okay,
curious. Even if it's a historical figure, a political figure, someone, someone who there may be information on. It's
got you.
fun. Yeah,
Cool.
awesome.
Okay,
Well, thanks again and have a great night.
okay. Have a good night, Janet.
Okay, bye, Jack.
Bye. I'm trying to figure. Okay.